A jury spared Florida school shooter Nicholas Cruz from the death penalty Thursday for killing 17 people at Marjory Stoneman Douglas High School in 2018. The verdict, as read by the judge.
We, the jury, unanimously find that the aggravating factors that were proven beyond a reasonable doubt outweigh the mitigating circumstances. No.
The decision to send Cruz to prison for the remainder of his life without parole is one that left many families of the victims angered, baffled, and in tears. One mother said she and her family are beyond disappointed by the jury's decision.
This should have been the death penalty, 100%. 17 people were brutally murdered on February 14, 2018.
The U.S. House January 6th committee voted unanimously Thursday to subpoena Donald Trump, demanding the former president's personal testimony. This as it unveiled startling new video from his closest aides describing his attempt to stay in power, resulting in the assault on the U.S. Capitol. The former president slammed the January 6th panel over the subpoena, asking why he wasn't called to testify earlier. Chairman Benny Thompson says the panel has shown that Donald Trump led a multi-part plan to overturn his election loss.
In a staggering betrayal of his oath, Donald Trump attempted a plan that led to an attack on a pillar of our democracy. It's still hard to believe. But the facts and testimony are clear, consistent, and undisputed.
U.S. President Joe Biden's hopes that his party would head into the midterm elections with inflation receding were dashed Thursday when the final report ahead of the November vote showed prices rising more than expected. Ukraine officials said Thursday Russia's forces used Iranian-made kamikaze drones and missiles to attack the Kyiv and Odessa regions Thursday. The officials said the drones, designed to crash into targets and explode, carried out a strike near Makariv, a small city located 50 kilometers west of Kyiv, where they say it destroyed critical infrastructure. Russian officials say Ukrainian forces have shelled a western region inside Russia near the border with Ukraine. AP correspondent Karen Chames reports.
Local authorities said Ukrainian attacks have damaged a residential building in the western Russian city of Belgorod. The governor of the Belgorod region also said an unexploded projectile landed on a school sports ground. Vyacheslav Gladkov said a nearby village was also shelled, but there were no injuries. The reports of shelling within Russia led the Speaker of Russia's lower house of parliament to threaten an even tougher response to what he calls Ukrainian terror attacks. I'm Karen Chamas.
NATO Secretary General Jens Stoltenberg says Russia would be crossing a very important line if it used nuclear weapons in Ukraine. The NATO chief says there will be consequences.
We will not go into exactly how we will respond, but of course this will fundamentally change the nature of the conflict. It will mean that a very important line has been crossed.
He made his comments to reporters in Brussels Thursday following a meeting of NATO's defense ministers, part of which included a secretive nuclear planning group. Iran's President Ibrahim Raisi Thursday accused the United States of conducting a failed policy of destabilization, the latest in his repeated efforts to blame the country's ongoing protests on a Western plot. The protests in Iran began nearly a month ago after 22-year-old Mahsa Amini from Iran's Kurdish region died September 16th after being taken into custody of the morality police for allegedly not following the country's strict dress code in regard to her hijab. The protests have become one of the greatest challenges to Iran's theocracy since the country's 2009 Green Movement. The hardline president made his remarks Thursday as he addressed a summit in Kazakhstan. And recapping our top story, a jury spared Florida school shooter Nicholas Cruz from the death penalty Thursday for killing 17 people at Marjory Stoneman Douglas High School in 2018. The jury said that they found unanimously that the aggravated factors that were proven beyond a reasonable doubt outweighed the mitigating circumstances.
Hi, thank you for watching. I hope the videos are useful for you. Please subscribe to my channel using the button below.